Slip and Dip podcast.
Oh, beautiful, man. What is up, people? Welcome back to the Slip and Dip podcast, episode number 89. Coming to you on this lovely Sunday evening. Alongside me, as always, Kendrick Johnson. I am Matthew Wells. Got a nice little show for you guys today. We got Andrea KGB Lee coming off her big win over Ashley Evans Smith at the first ESPN show on the ESPN prelims of that show, and the quote-unquote first ESPN show, the first one with the main card on ESPN. It gets a little convoluted there, but and then we also have Ryan Lilley, who's got that viral knockout going around from Bellator 214, vicious head kick knockout. He comes on and gives us a little bit more of his story, which is pretty cool. So we'll get into all that in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to talk about some of the other stuff going on in the combat sports world. Kendrick, what's happening?
Hey, Slip and Dip podcast back in your life after a week hiatus. Last week was at the All-Star game in Charlotte doing the NBA thing. Now back to doing the combat sports thing. We held it down at the Earl Spence Mikey Garcia press conference. Buy that fight. You will be mad if you don't.
Absolutely.
3 weeks from now, here in D-Town, Dallas, Texas.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a fight, man. We got some interviews from the press conference blowing up on the YouTube page right now. So if you are watching us on YouTube, check those out. Nice little playlist there. We got interviews with Earl, Mikey, Robert Garcia, and Derek James. So all the major players right there for you. Go check out those interviews. They're pretty dope. Shot by me, interviewed by Kendrick. Nice little teamwork action we got going on there. So
please subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of momentum. We need you to subscribe so we can provide more content, high quality, where you ain't gonna find anywhere else.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. So little things before we get into like recapping some of this UFC action that went down. I had my first live commentary gig this past weekend at our boy Stephen Wright's first ever show that he promoted. Fighting Words Promotions went down in Fort Worth, Texas. I tell you, man, it was pretty incredible to be ringside, calling some kickboxing, boxing, and one MMA fight. It was pretty dope. Pretty dope, I gotta say.
You get the generous. What's your signature call? It is all over. You did the heads like they do.
No, I didn't do any of that. It was kind of cramped ringside, but nah, it was pretty dope, man. Hopefully it comes out all good. At least as it felt like it did. It was fun. I was doing the color side, even though we kind of stumbled over each other a little bit. But it was me and my play-by-play man first time doing commentary. But two knowledgeable guys about the sports that we were watching. So I think it came out pretty dope. We'll see. Once it does, I'll be sure to share it on my social medias and all that good stuff. Congratulations to Stephen Wright on an excellent event. It turned out pretty dope. There's some UFC talent in the building, taking in the action as well. Shout out to Rashad Coulter, Big Juan Evans, Ty Clark from the most recent season of The Ultimate Fighter. He was supposed to fight on the card, but his opponent fell out. And then UFC vet Cody Pfister fought as well. So there were some familiar names on the card. It was a pretty good event, man. I can't wait to do it again. It was fun.
That's good. It's a warm-up for this week's. I'm actually pumped for this card. Most time I'm watching 2 of these fights. I don't care the rest of them.
Yeah.
This one now, I'm a little pumped for more than 2. I'm liking the prelim. I'm feeling Zabit. I like that guy. All he do is get people up out of there.
He does.
It don't look like he be doing much until he gets you up out of there. I like that guy.
Yeah, Zabit's a beast, man.
Yeah, he is. It don't look like he do nothing. It's like he don't do nothing but win and get you out of there. And look like he's Habib Jr. or something.
I mean, hey, that's the same crew. That's all the same crew. And he's longer. He's got better striking. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a test right here against Jeremy Stephens. I'm surprised it's on prelims, but hey, if you want to cap off the prelims, I mean, that's the way to do it.
I'll definitely be watching it before I head to Hooters. I got to watch that one live.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Our guy OSP also won the prelims as well. 2 Fortis MMA products also on the early prelims. Tough winner Macy Chazon she's fighting Gina Manzani and then Charles Bird to cap off the early prelims.
Who's OSP fighting?
OSP is fighting Misha Serkinov from Canada, Canadian guy.
Oh,
be a nice matchup.
Oh, he fell. So Johnny Walker fell out there.
Who?
Johnny Walker. It says Johnny Walker. I'm looking at another page. I look at the Wikipedia. It's got Johnny Walker.
Yeah, you are looking at a different page. Yeah. I don't know why Johnny Walker would have been in there unless
it said, however, it says now St. Pierre, she suffered injury. He got pulled out.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Walker.
Oh, okay.
I got the real deal.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to UFC.com for never updating anything. All right. So that's that. Getting updated.
Diego Sanchez, if Mickey Gale gets Diego Sanchez about it there, he needs to retire, man.
Yeah.
We seen all these old school cats either retiring. Shout out to my man, George Russ St. Pierre, one of the coolest guys and athletes of all sports. Unlike a lot of these people, I do more than one sport. This guy is in my top 5. Love you some GSP.
GSP is a legend. There's no doubt about it. GSP is one of the best ever, if not the best ever in some people's eyes. So, yeah, congratulations on GSP closing out his career. I mean, a guy who came in, did it the right way, never...
Receipts.
What is this?
Receipts.
What are you showing?
Huh?
What is this?
There's receipts of the other MMA media. MMA media. This is what you get when you cover more than one sport. Just gotta throw that out there. Receipt.
Okay. Back to UFC 225 going down. Main event, man. John Jones, Anthony Smith. I think John Jones does John Jones things and gets him out of there, per usual. Two
or three. Never go more than 3.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman.
People, do not boo with this fight. It's going to be a high-stakes chess match, so it won't be no crazy kamikaze-ness. It's going to be very technical. I'm looking forward to seeing the chess match.
Exactly. It's going to be one of those fights you'll be on the edge of your seat while it's happening and probably won't want to rewatch again after that. Yeah. Unless if Tyron ends it violently, which could very well happen if he catches Kamaru coming in. Because Kamaru does like to charge forward a little bit. We've seen that in the past. If you pay attention to his fights, he will charge forward when his opponent's against the back, where he's got his back against the fence, and that's what Tyron wants you to do. So, yeah,
I think experience wins this. We like Kamaru. He's come on the show a couple of times. I think Tyron's experience wins on this stage in this high stakes. He's almost the best one at it. We just got to talk about GSP. He's probably the best one in the game. Him or John Jones at winning at high stakes when the chips are down. You know what's going to go down and how he's going to perform. You have to worry about what he's going to do. You have to worry about what the opponent going to do.
Yeah. It's going to be a really good fight, man. I think, and I agree with you. I think the experience is going to carry Tyron to the and still and then it's just going to be, I don't know where Tyron goes after that.
He would have kind of cleaned out the division, though.
Yeah, he's not going to.
All person I can see other than Colby Covington, who is he not?
That's going to be like, I don't know what's happening with Colby Covington, man. That's the fight everybody wanted to see on this fight card, anyways, and it's not happening.
But other than him, who would Tyron have to beat to clean out the division now?
I don't think anybody. They gave him Darren Till a little bit too early, and that's just unfortunate for Darren Till.
What would be perfect for Tyron is if he goes and beat Kamaru, he fights Colby this summer sometime, and Kevin Gastelum somehow gets the 185 belt and gets his champ fight at the end of the year to close out 2019.
Yeah.
Because it would make sense. You say champ fights don't make sense. I think they do. It's just they need to let them defend the belts. Because they defended the belt, that would be like, what are you talking about? But since they don't, that's what F's up things.
Well, yeah. That's what we're about to see what's going to happen again in the lightweight division when they bring in Max Holloway to fight for an interim title. And you got Tony Ferguson, who is the interim champ, who got stripped of his interim champ and, had some random fight. Yeah, no, if I was him, I wouldn't have taken that fight either. Like, why am I going to fight for an interim title? You're just going to take it away from me.
He's already done
and then not give me a title shot after that.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
All that's madness, man. All of it's madness. And all it does is just screw up the entire divisions going forward.
Other than letting them fight 2 weight classes, do you think the UFC just don't know what they're doing? Like, it doesn't make no sense why they don't let you fight for 2 belts and they want to make you pick what weight class you want to stay in.
Well, part of the thing is because it's not like boxing. It's not like boxing because boxing weight classes are a lot closer together, for one. You got 10-pound differences here in the UFC, but also the difference is boxers generally walk around what they fight at, more or less, right? They're usually within 10 pounds of what they're weighing at on the high end, right?
Yeah.
UFC fighters are not within 10 pounds of their weight class unless if they're in training camp. These guys are 20 and 30 pounds over their weight class before they get into camp.
But
they cut weight hard.
If you want that legacy,
that's why I'm saying they don't bounce around though, because their bodies can't handle it. Their bodies can't handle jumping up and down and fluctuating like this.
I understand what you're saying, but if somebody wants to be that guy, you got to commit to that. If you're gonna be that guy, if you want to be that goat, so there's no disputing.
It's overrated for me. It's overrated.
You already know what I say. It's not overrated because if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it.
Well, everybody doesn't have the opportunity to do it as well. So that's
exactly.
Thing. I mean, you got guys like TJ who cuts down for some reason. Like
that was crazy. I won't see career killing like people were saying, but that was crazy. The only way you cut down is an Amanda Nunes situation where you're trying to do something that would never ever be done again, and you talking about walking out the sunset with that feather in your cap and going about your business. That's like a once in a career situation.
No, I don't want that to happen.
If that's what she said, it's gonna be her last fight. And she fights right there, and she gets 3 belts in 3 weight classes, and she clears out. There'll be no discussion of who's the best women fighter.
There's no discussion
ever.
Right now.
True that.
What's the point? You're going to cut down to a weight class you've never fought before to fight a girl you fought twice and beat twice. What are you doing?
I don't think she can get down that low, though.
Exactly. She's a big girl. She's a big girl.
But she said give her a year, she'd make it happen.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Hey, we got some talking about
like you're trying
about.
we're like rewriting like the I guess like the hierarchy of combat sports. Like generally the higher weight classes prove you're the tougher fighter. So why are you cutting down to prove you're like you're
no,
like you're weight makes sense. Like what are we doing here?
But because the youth of the sport, it's only 25 years old. They still got diapers on. That's why. If it wasn't for the youth of the youngness of the game that's MMA, that's why it makes sense today. Like even 5 years from today, it shouldn't be able to. That's like what
it doesn't make sense now. It makes no sense. No sense. I don't like this idea at all. Like. If I could call up Amanda tomorrow, I'd be like,
"Hey, she the one that brought it up.
What are you doing?"
nobody brought it up for her.
Exactly. Like I hope she was trolling and everybody just took her serious, and I hope she's still trolling. I hope that's what's going on right now. There's no reason for you to fight at 125. Doesn't make any sense. But moving on, Teaser Torres coming back, and Cody Garbrandt.
Pedro fight for her because she's been struggling.
Yeah, she's been struggling. She's been struggling a little bit. I mean, she always gets to this point to where it's like, okay, I'm ready.
She's a gatekeeper.
Yeah, essentially. And unfortunately, I think her size kind of holds her back.
Yeah, because she's too little for 125 and kind of like in the in between.
Yeah, absolutely. No, she's
she'd be a perfect 105er.
If they had it.
Yeah, her and Karate Hottie would be the top 2 at 105.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a title fight at 105 if we could see it. I don't know if Tisha can she make 105? She's kind of muscular.
Yeah, she's older now. Like I think she did back in the day, but yeah, she's almost 30 now.
Yeah, again, weight cutting. It's not good for your health, people. Yeah. So
what do you think about the Askren and Lawler fight? I think Lawler is going to be rusty, and Askren's going to do his thing.
That'll be a good fight, man. Classic striker versus grappler type fight right there with Ben Askren. Obviously, one of the best wrestlers in MMA. I mean, and Robbie Lawler is one of the scariest strikers in MMA. So it's like, which one's going to prevail? Can Robbie stay out, keep his back off the canvas? Can Ben get him to the canvas? I think Ben can get him there. Yeah. It's just how long can he keep him there, and then what can he do once he gets him there? So we'll see. I like the matchup, man. That's like one of my favorite type of fights when in MMA. It's like, I mean, at least to watch initially, because sometimes they always don't have a lot of replay value. You think of Tyron Woodley and Damian Maia, does not have any replay value. But as that fight was playing out, I was like damn intrigued. I was like, damn, this dude is stuffing every takedown attempt from Damian Maia. Like nobody's done that to Damian Maia. So,
I think the Robbie, the inactivity, this is his first fight in like 17 months. That's gonna be the difference in the fight. And Big Ass, I've never been up on him. Is he as big as Johnny Hendricks was? He's probably not.
He's big. He's a
big guy, but he got it from Johnny Hendricks. And he, like GSP didn't get it from Johnny Hendricks in that round that he took him down. So, Robbie has some good get back up skills because Johnny Hendricks is a big guy. And this Johnny Hendricks before he blew up.
Yeah, no doubt. It'll be a good fight, man. It'll be a good fight, good card. I think everybody's gonna be tuning into this. A lot of action fights. Should be good action, man. Should be a good time. We did have a fight card this past weekend, UFC Prague last night. Actually, main event was Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos.
His chest, man.
Thiago Santos. That dude got hammers in his fist for sure, and of course we saw that once again, getting his boy out of there, getting that boy out of there, falling backwards with a clean 1-2 counter. Followed it up with 25 hammer fists. I counted 25 until Herb Dean was like, all right, let me call this off. I guess 26 would have been too many. But 25, after 25 hammer fists, Herb Dean was like, all right, you good. Stefan Struve retired as well. It was a pretty good little card, man. Like, all the fights were pretty decent, decent action. Liz Carmouche picked up a win over Lucy Pudilova, who had the hometown crowd behind her. So, good win for Liz Carmouche.
She could be a feature player for our guest tonight, KGB.
Could be.
That'd be a good fight.
That would be a good fight. That would make sense in the rankings too right now. Yeah, I mean, good fights all around. Nothing to really complain about. I do love the fact that these main cards on these smaller shows are like they're doing like the prelims on ESPN and they switch over to ESPN Plus, so there's no pacing issues. Because on ESPN Plus, it's just like fight.
You in his face, boy.
It's just not just me. It's everybody. It's everybody because
I want to see when the night if UFC goes head to head with like a Lomachenko card or Terrence Crawford and they put the top rank before the UFC, how much that pacing go? Because I've been on the other end. I was at the main event fight, the top rank fight when they had Kovalov them afterwards, and it was terrible for boxing, but it was spot on for MMA. So I want to see how people react when the shoe goes on the other foot.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same. I think they'll just let it roll as it goes. So, let the audiences split if they have to. Why not? It is what it is. But, yeah, I think that's going to be it. Like I said, we got Andrea, KGB, Lee, and Ryan Lilley on the show tonight for you guys. Pretty good little interviews here. Already got a nice lineup for next week as well. Hopefully everything comes together, and we'll have that show popping to recap the pay-per-view action and all that good stuff.
The stuff that y'all don't see.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll just say this: we had some people fall out today. But it is what it is. It happens in this media game when you're trying to do shows like this. It happens. Happens to everybody. Happens to the best of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, click that bell for the notifications. Stay tuned. We do have a lot of stuff coming for the Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence fight coming up very soon, going down here at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Texas to be exact. But you know what it is. Jerry World, big fight. We'll be there. We'll be in attendance. We got some more interviews.
Then my man Matt Fight, he got a little taste of that boxing atmosphere.
Coming off that commentary, calling that boxing too, boy. Man, there's some sweet action, man. Some sweet action. It's funny though, because it's like even at the lower levels like this, you still see a lot of the same stuff you see at the lower levels that you see at the higher levels too. It's just crazy. It's wild.
There's levels to this.
There's levels to it, but some of the levels still carry over. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hit that subscribe button. If you're on iTunes, please leave us a 5-star review. We would appreciate it. Just helps the visibility out. We're not asking for money yet. So just help us out and grow the show. And we'll be back with you guys for another episode next week. And we also have another top 10 video coming next week as well. So stay on the lookout for that. Till then, guys. What? Anything else?
No.
All right. That's it. That's it for this week. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the show. See you then. Peace.
Please welcome back to the Slip and Dip podcast, who's becoming a friend of the show, fresh off her unanimous decision win over Ashley Evans-Smith on UFC on ESPN. Miss Andrea, KGB Lee. I also feel to come back and see your girl, and she's excited because she got to see you fight on TV and see you do your thing.
Ainsley?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels amazing to be able to come back and see her and spend time with her and know that I won, because I really, in the past two fight camps, because I didn't get to fight in the last fight camp, but I still had a fight camp, I didn't get to fight December. I still had a fight camp, and I was away from her so much. And in this camp, January, the whole month of January, I hardly got to see her at all. So I just kept telling myself, I'm doing this. I gotta get the win. It's just a short time to sacrifice. As long as I can go out there, perform, and get the win, and then it'll be worth it. So that's what I just kept telling myself. So coming home after getting the win, it felt amazing. And getting to see her.
Yeah, can you kind of talk a little bit about like what it's like to go through a whole fight camp and then just have that whole thing just fall apart at the last minute, and you're not fighting even though you put in all that training, you've gone through all the steps to prepare, all the mental things, studying your opponent, and then all of a sudden, okay, I'm not fighting right now. It's kind of like you were saying earlier, like about like, hey, if I don't fight against him, my ranking may be gone. Like that sort of thing. It all kind of ties together in a way. Like, what's it like to go through that whole experience and then still kind of keep your head on straight to be like, all right, I got to get ready for when I get another call, and not knowing when that's coming.
Well, for one, it's disappointing when you put all that work in, and then you get there, you get to the stage, you get to the scale, and then the matchmaker, whoever, comes out and tells you, that they have bad news, that your opponent is in the hospital and you won't be fighting. It's very disheartening. It's very upsetting. And, I cried. I was so upset because, especially when you're at this stage, there's a lot of money on the line, and, that was like right before Christmas, and I chose to fight December 15th because it was before Christmas, and I wanted to be able to like go and make a nice paycheck and then be able to just like have a good time, and get everyone Christmas presents and stuff like that. So it was very upsetting when that happened because I had so much, I had already made so many plans, like I ended up, I still got paid, I still got paid for my show. Thank goodness.
Oh, that's good.
At first I was crying. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to get anything. I'm going to walk away with nothing. Because I didn't get to weigh in on the official scale. I did weigh in on a scale, but it wasn't like the official scale in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. It was the scale in the back that that puts you in place to weigh in on the scale in front of everyone. Yeah, so it was very upsetting. But like you said, had to keep my head on my shoulders, and I had to like just play it off like I wasn't upset. And, you just have to move on. You can't let things get you down. Move forward, and it's in the past.
Speaking in the past, are you talking about your situation? Props for giving us a shout out on Luke Thomas' show. We greatly appreciate that. Are you talking to people want to like? It's like they feel like they got to talk about it, even though it has nothing to do with what you're doing in 2019.
Yeah, everyone wants to know. Everybody wants a story and some kind of gossip to talk about. It's I don't know. People are just nosy.
As a fighter, is it kind of crazy? Like they're trying to stretch it and attach you to Greg, Hardy, and Rachel, and that's like 3 different situations, 3 different people, 3 different couples, and 3 different states. It's not even the same area, and it's like they're just like reaching. It's crazy to me. Just as a person and somebody knows you, I'm pretty sure your family's probably tired of hearing all that stuff too.
Yeah, it's just a way to still talk about it, just to pry, and you can get me to talking about what the situation, and to me that's in the past now, and I'm moving forward, and that's what I've been saying like in every interview, and right now I'm focusing on my fighting and the future and what's ahead.
Yeah, that's really all you can do. You like new camp and everything, so it's. I'll be happy when people, just move on from that and they really start paying attention. Like, hey, I'm in the top 10 now. Like, you're really like maybe 1-2 fights away from getting a title shot in that division, if that even. Depending on what can happen.
Yeah, you never know what can happen. I'm not trying to get a fight within the next 2 fights. Not a fight. I'm not trying to get that title shot in the next 2 fights because this is I'm only in my first contract. So I want to get paid better if I'm going to be fighting for that title belt,
That's true.
When you study somebody like Valentina, what do you see? Since she's like the mark now, do you not even look that far ahead? Do you look at somebody like Valentina since she's the one with the strap now?
Oh, I think about Valentina like all the time. Like her style, and I'm always comparing myself to her and how I need to get better in these certain areas. I think that it's only a matter of time before we face off against each other, whether I'm fighting for the title belt or not.
Have you guys ran into each other at any point? Like, had any conversations with each other? I know she spends a lot of time in Texas, going up and down. From Houston area all the way, actually all over Texas. You follow her social media. Like, have you guys ever ran into each other? Talked to a little bit.
I ran into her once whenever I was still fighting for Legacy, and she was fighting for Legacy too, still, I believe, or maybe she was in the UFC then. I'm not really 100%. She might have been in the UFC then, but I did take a picture with her, and but we haven't really spoken. We didn't really talk.
So it'd be KGB versus the real KGB.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Hey, there was a meme. Never mind. I'm not even gonna bring the meme up.
Fair enough.
It wasn't really a meme. It was like a face-off. You know how people they put those fake face-offs together. These pictures. Well, there was a face-off, me and Valentina, and then I think Trump was in the background.
Oh my God.
And they're like, why is Trump in the background? I'm like, well, because he supports the KGB. And we're both. She's Russian. I'm KGB. I'm just joking. I don't really think he supports KGB. But anyway, I'm just saying that was the whole like underlining joke of it.
Right. Yeah. No, there's a lot of, I've seen a lot of stuff like that floating around, especially the MMA world. Like when people try to start to intermingle the politics and stuff like that, it gets a little wonky.
It does, yeah. I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got to, like, those two things are separate for the most part. For the most part, they are.
Yeah, they should be.
Except for when the UFC just throws out a Donald Trump documentary for no reason. But I won't get into that. Won't get into that thing. Like, that made no sense. But so what's the next few weeks for you looking like? I mean, you just get off this win. Obviously, I wouldn't expect the UFC to call just so quickly. After a tough decision fight like that. So
yeah.
What you got planned up? Come soon.
Tomorrow, I'm starting back training, and it's really just maintenance, staying in shape to prepare for in case I do get a last minute phone call and they need somebody to step up. So I want to just stay ready, and nothing hard, but staying in shape, wrestling, strength and conditioning, cardio, boxing, kickboxing, just a little, MMA.
So you have a strategy with that? Like what would it take for you to be a last minute fill-in for somebody? Is there anybody you want to see, or they say, hey, you and Valentina in 10 days, you take that fight, or you're very particular on who you would step up on?
No, that would be stupid. Why would I fight Valentina for 16 and 16? I mean, she's gonna get paid so much, and I'm gonna, I'm not even gonna get that much. So that would just be, because I'm not even in. I don't have grounds to renegotiate my contract yet, so that wouldn't even be smart.
Yeah, that's the right answer, I would think.
I want to be making some money when I fight Valentina.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you think, because your social media profile keeps getting bigger and bigger, you're a very beautiful lady, do you think you have to do certain things to increase that? Maybe talk some noise, or do photo shoots, or all the above? Do you have a strategy, or you just freestyle with it?
I already have done a lot of photo shoots and stuff, so I don't really feel like I need to go and do more photo shoots, and get myself to put myself out there. I don't feel like I need to talk shit either. I just think I just keep being who I am, and I mean, I haven't had to talk shit yet. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I really am not good at talking shit.
You from Texas? You're a cowgirl from Texas. I think you hold it back on us.
No, I really am not good at it. I can't even look pissed off, So I don't know. I hope that I never have to talk shit. I'm probably gonna have to hire somebody to talk shit for me.
Hey, just throw your cowgirl hat at somebody, so we can say we told her to do it. And she did it.
Throw my cowboy hat at him.
Right.
Throw my cowboy hat.
Yeah, you can't throw the hat. That would be pretty disrespectful. That would get some real heat. That would get some real heat though. If you did something like that.
All the Cowboys, they'd be pissed at me.
Right.
Now you get all this support. That's our girl. She don't give a damn.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you would know it's some real beef right there. If you end up doing that.
True.
There's nobody like that even in the game that you've got that kind of like animosity towards, though, is there?
No, I haven't. I really don't have anybody that I have any animosity towards. For I'm sure that there's like girls out there that like don't like me, and for whatever reason, I wouldn't understand or know unless I beat up one of their friends, maybe. That could be a reason, but I don't have a problem with anybody as of yet.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Did you notice any like difference, like with the whole like? I mean, there's a few fights in the UFC. Like, did you notice anything different with that ESPN switch? Like, this is the first, quote unquote main card on ESPN, even though they had some other shows that like the prelims were on. But like, did it feel any different for you at all? Like production wise, anything that they were doing before the fight, telling you anything like that?
Compared to Chile, it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, it was like media-wise, it felt the same, but there were definitely more security guards, I guess you'd say, people that were following you around to make sure that like you got to and from wherever it was that you were going. They were there to like shoo like fans away and make sure that you were okay constantly. And I felt like that was different, and I liked it. I mean, it was really neat. I felt like a professional athlete. I mean, they had like security guards for all of us. They had big fancy buses for us. I don't know. It felt really good.
We talked about Valentina. Who's somebody did you think you're going to have to see to make your dream of becoming a champion a reality? Somebody you're going to see before you see Valentina, or who's somebody you would like to see? We need some names.
You want me to like call somebody out?
No, I don't know who you want to fight. I'm not Dana. Do I look like Dana? I'm not a promoter.
Yeah, no, I don't really. I don't know. Man, I don't know.
Because you're going to see somebody.
I don't want to throw no names out there.
But you're going to see somebody before you see Valentina. So we're just trying to figure who that might be.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. I'd have to pull up the top 10, like everybody.
I can name them off for you. We got Jessica Evil Eye.
Isn't she fighting for the title?
I think she is. You got Sajara Eubanks.
No, Sarge is going up in weight.
Okay, Caitlin Chikagian.
Caitlin, you know what? I fought Caitlin when I was an amateur.
Yeah.
Remember? We talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, what if Joanna and Jacek would have stayed at 125? She might go down, but she stay at 125. Would you fight Joanna?
I would do that. So I got Joanna, you got Caitlin, you got
Alexis Davis,
Roxy,
Liz Carmouche.
Liz Carmouche, yeah, and Liz is tough. I know she just won her last fight.
Did you win last night?
Yeah, she did.
And then a lot of people on social media want to see you and Joanne Calderwood. I've seen a lot of people talk about that on Twitter.
Oh, really? Yeah, that one would be a good one too.
How do you think your style match up with her?
I think it would be great.
Yes.
I think it would be great. I mean, we're both like strikers, and she's well rounded. So I mean, I think that it would be. It'd be probably pretty exciting.
And the other ones are Roxanne Modafferi and Lauren Murphy.
Yeah, either of those. Yep. Roxanne would be
I said before we let you go, tell us what you want to do by the end. You started 2019 off on the right foot. What do you see yourself in December, and what would you want to be ranked at, and what you like to happen if you could script your 2019, the rest of it from February on to December?
I'm hoping, by December, I have been able to renegotiate my contract, and I'm making more money, and hopefully, like, I am in the top 10. I know I'm like top 10, like, but I'm still on the outskirts of top 10. I want to be in the top 10. I want to be like top 5, and by the end of the year.
So we ever hear you call somebody out?
What?
I said, we ever hear you call somebody out? Because a wise person told us.
You know who I want to fight? Like, I would love to fight that KGB girl. Where is that bitch? I want to fight her.
Hey, closed mouths don't get fed.
Huh?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Say that again?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah. So I thought KGB.
There you go. I like it. How many more fights do you have on your current contract?
I think 2.
Okay. Then you're gonna renegotiate, get those big bucks, start shooting for the title. Okay, I like it. Because I mean, 2 more fights. I mean, ideally, go out there, get the dubs like you've been doing. That'll put you in the top 5 easily.
Yeah, and I think so. I mean, I moved 4 spots. I was 14, I fought and I moved up 4 spots. That's crazy. So who knows what could happen if I win another fight.
Right.
But I gotta fight top 10er. So
Yeah. So you didn't
it
have
all
any.
depends on how you win and how impressive you win, and that depends on how you get moved up.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about like how, speaking of impressions, like I thought it was pretty impressive. Like you pretty much stopped Ashley like from doing everything she wanted to do. You didn't have any like any nagging injuries or anything like that after the fight, did you?
My shin's all beat up. Yeah.
Just like bruises though, nothing major.
No, nothing major. Just
good.
bruised shins.
Happy late birthday, kid.
Thank you.
Sporty at 30.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Sad face. No, it's all good. It's all good. At the top of the game, climbing the ladder steadily. Looking out for Andrea, KGB League, busting in that top 5 soon.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you get on with the rest of your evening. Thank you for coming back on the show once again. Always a good time talking to you.
Thanks for having me. So sorry it's kind of chaotic, and you're gonna have to edit a whole lot, and my brother interrupted, whatnot.
It's all good. I got this.
Please welcome to the Slip and Dip podcast, making his Slip and Dip debut, fresh off his spectacular highlight reel win over James Barnes. Ryan, the Lion, Lilley. How's your life changed since that highlight reel? You get your first Bellator shot, and you knock out the park. You on ESPN, you on the Zone, you everywhere.
It's good, man, and it's nothing better than fighting in your hometown, LA. I'm a big Laker fan. What's better than start your Bellator debut at the Forum?
Right? The house that Magic and Kareem built.
Oh, man. I got a new favorite guest already. Big Laker fan coming through. I like it. It's good. How much do you keep up with them? Do you watch all the games, or how much of a fan are you?
I'm a huge fan, but to be honest, since Kobe Bryant left, I haven't been watching as much.
Okay.
But I keep it up on ESPN, SportsCenter, stuff like that. So shout out to LeBron James. I was a huge hater, but until the King came back to LA, that I became a fan. So that was cool, man.
Hey, Kobe's my guy. Kobe's always the intern. That's my guy.
Yeah, 100%.
How was your mindset going to get the shot from Bellator? You got the KO loss or the stoppage loss your last fight, Legacy. So how did you learn from that and apply it to this fight? Because when the lights were on, you were shining, my friend.
No, 100%, man. Hey, anytime you fed on LFA, the main event, fighting out in my hometown, I went out there and did my best. I fought a tough Rufion Stotts. He's a game opponent. He's a 2-time NCAA champion wrestler. I was more worried about his takedowns than me going in there and doing what I needed to do, let my hands go. And that was the aspect of that fight. But it was a good turnout. I actually sold a VIP table there. And, man, it was crazy, man. I learned a lot from the fight. But, that's why I came out of this fight, man. I had nothing to lose, man. Just come out there. And that's why I'm always trying to fight the best. So, anyone who's ranked higher than me, then watch out because I'm coming.
How you been balancing all this media quests? I didn't see you listen to you on Luke Thomas. I didn't see you on Ariel Helwani. It's like you decided meteorically rose over the night. Like when your foot hit that dude's head, that your life kind of changed.
It was cool. My Instagram definitely probably doubled followers. So I mean it's good, man. Literally, I fight to win first off, but fight to be entertaining too, man. No one wants to go out there and lay and pray and go out there and be like a decision winner. I try to go in there and get the hell out of there, and so I can have a drink like this one.
Absolutely.
That's a proper 12, no.
Hey, you talking proper 12? I might be trading with McGregor tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you look at his Instagram, he's in Malibu right now. He went to Boss Ruins Elite MMA, my gym, my home. He wrote like a whole huge thing about Boss Ruins, and my freaking boy, who I've been taking to Muscle Farm, right, privately, amateur fighter. He let McGregor in the gym and didn't even call me. And he's all, dude, I should have called you. I felt bad, this and that, and I'm all. So now I got the contact, so hopefully I get to train with him tomorrow before he flies back to Ireland. And my good friend Eric is his nutritionist, so he's helping me out and also helping him out. So I think tomorrow is he said he's roll over, so it's gonna be fun.
That would be dope, man. That would be dope. I mean, training with one of the best in the world like that'd be pretty dope. Let's talk to me a little bit about like how you, I guess, became like involved with like Boss Rutan. Like, when was the first time? Like what was your first memory of him? Let me ask you that.
Oh, well, first memory of him, I mean, YouTube, definitely dang, dang, dang. I'll break your leg like that, I mean, that's where it comes down to. But he's like so kind, so nice and stuff like that. Literally, I went into a bar, watched the UFC fights, sat next to a girl. This girl was all, I tried talking to her. She's all, I can beat you up. I'm all, okay. Why can you beat me up, right? I'm all, I grew up wrestling. She's all, my manager's coming right now. And it was Jake Howard, right, coming up. And he was elite MMA manager at the time. He came through. I grew up playing basketball with him. So right when he came through, I'm all, dude, I remember you. I didn't know his name, but I remembered him, right? And he's all, hey, I'll give you my card. He's all 99% of the time. I'll give people my card. They never show up. Like, never show up, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's all talk. I'll show up. That Monday morning, Monday night, 6 p.m., showed up. I didn't realize how bad I sucked at throwing punches. Like, I grew up wrestling. I'm all like, and there's girls in the classes, guys. Like, I'm like, dude, I should be better than this. Like, sucking. Right away, I was all, I'll sign up. And he was all, yeah, it's $150 a month. I'm all, man, dude, like, I just moved in my first place. I was 21 at the time, just moved with my parents. Trying to live it in Westlake, And then he's all, Jeff Howard was all, hey, I'll give you a police/military discount. I'm all, how much is that? He's all, $120 a month. I'm all, dude, let's do it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Save me. And literally with losing my dad from cancer in 2012.
Oh, wow.
From brain tumor, and my mom in 2015, breast cancer. 3 years later, dude, they're like my biggest motivation. They're always there to support me, man. And literally without Boss Rutan's Elite MMA gym, I want to be where I'm at. Not nearly close or anything like that. So it gave me a motivation, gave me something to think about, and the most importantly, I built a family.
Man, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
Story.
Yeah.
So watch you fight 13 amateur fights. That's pretty high for in today's world of MMA.
Man, dude, everyone when I grew up, everyone was like, dude, you should do like wrestling tournaments, jiu-jitsu tournaments, this and that and this. I'm all, no, I just want to fight, like, because if I'm in a fight, like, who knows where the fight's going to go. So, like, maybe I want to take you down, even though I want to punch you and kick you in the face, right? So it's like MMA, I made sure as an amateur to fight often and then the best. So I was fighting the best guys as an amateur. So that's why my amateur record wasn't the best, but that's where I got my experience from. So it made me that much more confident. Again, MMA, you have to be physically and physically there, right? But it's at the end of the day, it's 90% mental. So if you're not mentally there, walking out to the cage, going, hey, checklist, did I work hard? Did I do my conditioning? Did I eat right? Did I train right? My coach is right. When I walk out to the cage, it's like a checklist. Like, did I do everything right? And that's what it comes down to, man. And knowing that checklist is checked off, that's how you win the fight. So it's 90% mental, and definitely got to be in shape. But you got to be up here ready.
Absolutely. So, I mean, obviously, like, you think that's all coming together now? Like, I mean, like Kendrick's saying, man, you get on that big stage of Bellator, have that highlight reel KO. Like, do you feel like it's all starting to come together for you now?
I do. I mean, to be honest, I didn't. It was more hype than I felt. Like, I felt from being main event on LFA, flying out of my hometown, flying to some guys' like territory, being an underdog. I love being an underdog. I'm always an underdog, but I love thriving being an underdog and stuff like that. But I didn't get to win under Ruffian Stotts, but I gained a lot of experience, a lot of treasure time, driving out of my hometown and stuff like that. So that's what I feel like it comes down to, representing my hometown and being comfortable where you're at.
Absolutely. So what do you think about like the state of Bellator right now? Like it seems like they've kind of been making this push recently to really do more, like with the tournaments and things like that. I hear like they've got the featherweight tournament coming up, starting soon. So what do you think about like how they're operating right now?
Dude, I heard James Gallagher just won his fight. Sign me up. Come on, like seriously.
Yeah.
I called him out, hit it, no reply, no nothing. So I'm only, like I said, I'm only looking to fight anyone who's above me, and he has a name. Bellator, I think, is scared to sign me up versus him because they're looking out for him, So I mean, come on, man, let's make a fight, dude. Let's sell this shit. Come on, like literally, like he's out there fighting good guys with records, but not the solid opponents who he's faced. So it's like, it's hard to say, but I'm ready.
We like your attitude, man, because like we have a lot of UFC fighters on our show, and they'd be like, well, whatever they give me, it's like closed mouths don't get fed.
Well, hey, shout out to Muscle Farm. Dude, they flew Matt Brown all the way from Ohio to be in my corner.
Nice,
I had Mickey Golf supporting me. Freaking, the names goes on. Joe Schilling, everybody. It's a good fan base, man. It's like I said, I lost my family, but at the same time, I gained one with the MMA, and that really saved my life. It got my mind on the right pace. It gave me something to do when I was thinking not right, and shout out to everyone who's ever helped me or supported me on that case.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's like one thing that like we don't really, see like for the casual fans, they don't really get to pay attention to all that, like unless they watch, all these interviews online. They miss these kind of stories, where like the sport like actually, really changes your life in a way that, like most people don't think about. Like that's pretty huge, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people go to like Go Gym 24-hour fitness, right? But it's like I go in there, walk in there. Now it's like, okay, what do I want to do? It's like, no, it's like, hey, today you go to Elite MMA, you sign up at 6 o'clock. You have a professional coach teaching you how to punch, how to move, breathe, footwork, stuff like that, which makes, if anything would happen in a live situation, it will help you out, and that's what the point is, be comfortable walking your car at night, be comfortable going to the grocery store with your kid if you have a kid or something like that. It's just being motivated, man. It's like there's so much. It's not even about being a fighter, it's just about like that self-confidence. Like a lot of people don't know, I got another interview coming out, but I grew up in special ed. Like I got made fun of all the time. I grew up in the small class. I'm a visual learner. Like it's me growing up, it was hard. Like, oh, read a book and here, like, show me how that book. No, it's like, no, show me how this book is meant to be and show me a picture or something like that, and then I'll conquer that. And a lot of people didn't know that, man. And I got made fun of a lot. And again, man, it made me who I am, man. I treat everyone. My dad taught me to treat everyone equal, because at the end of the day, how would you want to be treated? And that's how you should treat people. And yeah, man, he gave me my drive, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It seemed like that you got some success on the big stage. That is Bellator. It's like you want more, because I know me and Matt in our little media careers, we've grown a lot in the last 2 years. It's kind of like I tell people I work harder now than I did when I was just trying to get here. Like last week I was in Charlotte for the NBA All-Star Weekend, and then this week I'm back doing MMA and Texas high school sports. It's like I'm motivated to do more, even though people starting to know who I am. I work like as if nobody know me. I can tell that you have that drive too. It's like, okay, people not gonna kick your head off. Now that's let them know the real lion, the real lion.
100%, man. Hey, be kill or be killed. You know what I'm saying? And a lion's the king of the jungle, and that's why I fight. I try to fight the best people, because I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me? I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna take whatever ranking you have, and then I'm gonna be on top.
Yeah, I mean that's the attitude you gotta have, man. That's the
way
gotta
hey, if I lose to the number one like Rufion Stotts, like I didn't like the rankings. I lost a record, which I was upset about. But I didn't like in rankings. I didn't like lose too much. So fighting someone who doesn't want to fight, the guy, sign me up, man. Like Jordan Winsky at LFA co-main event. I took that on 2 weeks' notice. He was 9-1, hasn't lost in 5 years. Got the call, LFA co-main event. Oh hell, sign me up. And Schwartz, let's go. Like, let's go. Sign me up. Went there. I'm all, dude, I'm gonna take this event over, and I ended up knocking him out in the first round. Solid opponent, man. I'm always the underdog, smaller, but I have a heart of a lion, eyes of an eagle. I'm coming.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. So when are you planning on getting back in there again? Do you have you gotten any calls yet, or what's ideal for you?
Hey, options are good, opportunities are better. We're getting a lot of calls. I'm not going anywhere under. So I've gotten title opportunities. I'm all no. So LFA, I'm always there for it, but we're working on the Contender Series right now.
Nice.
So I think with my drive and my experience and my inspiration on a Contender Series, if I do what I do best, I'll get that UFC contract and I'll be where I belong. I beat Andre Ewell.
Yes.
His UFC debut, he beat Renan Barão in Brazil. It was my first time fighting at 135. I went to 135 only because I was fighting bigger guys. So I went to 135 to find out I'm fighting a bigger guy. What the fuck? So I make 135. So he's one of the, if you look him up, he actually has like one of the longest reach in UFC bantamweight history right now. He's like tied with one other guy. And he keeps his hands down. He's a southpaw, very unorthodox. And so it was hard for me to read. And I beat him on leg kicks. And I had Bosser in my corner, thank God. And but yeah, we got the solid W. I became a Gladiator 2 division champion. And a lot of people discount Gladiator Challenge, but a lot of people actually, Uriah Faber, Rashad Evans, Ryan Lilley came out of Gladiator Challenge, man, and it's crazy, man. It's about building yourself, getting that confidence, and then going to the big leagues. So it's I feel good, and being someone like Andre Ewell, it was a close fight, but I beat him, got the title, and I'm ready for the big call,
Yeah, that's a huge name to have on your resume too, especially like you're saying. Like I was looking at that beforehand. Like, yeah, I mean to go out there to have a guy that beats, one of the longest reigning champions in Renan Barão, like that's no joke. So like
crazy.
You prove you can hang with guys that are up there, man. So if you get it done at the Contender Series, man, I think like with your story and obviously with that viral video going around of your head kick, like shoot, you go out there and get a win on Contender Series, like you're in there, I think.
Well, if I'm in there, we're in there.
Hey.
We're in there together.
Hey, remember who was hollering at you before you got there?
Mr. Birthday Boy in here.
Right.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. I know it's last minute, man.
Well, hey, what are you wearing? An Anaheim hat?
Yeah,
what are you wearing?
I'm just matching. I'm not a baseball fan. I'm a Lakers and Cowboy fan. They're my real teams.
Well, don't get excited off this.
The Rockstar.
Rockstar, yeah.
Yes, that's awesome.
Tiger fan, but no worries. But I thought you were wearing a Anaheim. I'm all, you are wearing an Anaheim hat, huh?
Yeah, he is.
It's a Mike Trout hat.
He's a Mike Trout fan.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with
that's cool.
Are you a baseball fan?
A little bit. I got a lot of baseball friends, but I don't follow it that much.
Yeah. My goals. He's part of baseball royalty.
There you go.
A little bit. I had family in the league for a while, so.
So you guys better follow my Instagram because I think tomorrow will be the day. Hopefully, again, crossing the figures, Mac Life, McGregor. That'd be cool to train with him, man. After I train with him, we'll smack each other in the face, take a proper 12 shot. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be the way to cap off a training session, man. Right there. Make sure you put it on Instagram, like you said.
Oh, dude, Can't wait.
That's dope.
Can't
man.
wait.
That's
But
dope.
hey, go look at Boss Ruins too. Connor's Instagram, what he posted about Boss,
Yeah.
super nice, and his Boss birthday. So it's yeah, go read what he said. Super nice, you know. It's good stuff, man. You can never say bad words about Boss Ruins.
I don't know anybody that ever has.
Hey, no, we try to get
And,
him on the
and
show.
if you have, then they probably did something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even in the like troll-filled internet, there's very few bad things said about Boss Rudin. So, I mean, that just shows you what kind of dude he is.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Well, Ryan, thanks for coming on the show, man. We got to roll, and it was fun talking to you, man. Getting to know a little bit more about you, and congratulations on that viral knockout. And look forward to seeing more highlights coming from you.
Hey, there's only that was the first one to come. Don't worry. When I come to fight, I'm in and out, so I don't get paid in the state to fight longer. Get in and get out, man. Get that check and get the fuck out of there.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it. Cash
All right.
checks, homie.
My man. Happy birthday, bro.
Appreciate it.